Do not post your referral code in the comment section below. Doing so will result in these guys sneaking into your wallets or purses and eating your money. Okay, now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Guys, one thing that really kind of upset me in my order is we just know something wasn't right about the last Holy War. So after getting some comments and responses from a lot of other players and doing a little bit of research, I started investigating what some of the possibilities were that was going on and what could have happened that made it so that we just couldn't compete. And one of the big things that we ran into and that we were having issues with was pure accounts. Now, these are accounts where they put all their attribute points just into one stat, which doesn't really make a lot of sense for the average player. And a lot of times, these are secondary accounts that serve simply one purpose. For feeder accounts, these are cards that only have stamina. For, event accounts, all these cards have are just attack points. And then, of course, for the defense leaders, for like Holy Wars, it's a level 60 with a $2,000 deck or a $6,000 deck with 300, 400 defense points. And so you can see that putting up those pure accounts against normal accounts, there's simply not a way to really compete fairly against them unless you're extremely high player level. And when that happens, what you'll run into is somebody that is level 150 but only has 10 defense and a really crappy defense deck. They're only going to give out 40, 50, 60 Holy War points, okay? So even though that's a really strong deck, and if you have a decent defense deck and try to compete legitimately, how many times you attack them? You have to attack them 10 times to get the same amount of points that they do to only attack you once. So, I think that that's something that really needs to be fixed. You're also running into something that's called getting locked out. Now, what that basically is once you attack a person 100 times, or a person attacked 100 times, they can't be attacked anymore. So they're making those decks that have that 700, 800 attack points, and they're racking up 30,000 points of battle, and then when you attack them, they're losing maybe 100 Holy War points, and you're only getting maybe 50, 60 points. So they're getting over double the amount of points that you would get attacking them, and then eventually you can't attack them at all. So that's one of the things that really needs to be, changed and fixed. And you're getting something that's kind of like a trickle down or the champagne effect. And so basically what that is it's one player that actually has a bunch of really good cards, expensive cards, and they're making those extra accounts that have only attack or only defense. And they're taking their super expensive cards and putting them on those low-level accounts that are pure accounts. And then basically what they're doing is they're having those counts in their order that they have a control of. Now, there is a system and there are programs out there that are bot accounts or slave accounts or clone accounts or whatever you want to call them, okay? And what that allows them to do is it's a one-click response command that for one click or one action that they do, it sends 30 accounts to do that one action. So, as you know, one of the tactics is if you're trying to beat a defense deck that's really strong, you have all your attack order members spam that person, because for every 50 points of damage that they do, at least 50 points of damage, it drops their defense by 10 points. So a 300 defense point deck then drops down to 100 points. They can no longer use their top 5 cards. That's a way to beat them. And then that's what they'll do. 30 attacks within 10 seconds, 20 seconds, okay? So that's one thing that they were running into. Also, what that ties into, guys, is you're getting a Ponzi-like scheme. So you have this one person that racked up a whole bunch of HP before they went to personal holy powders and trade restrictions. Because when you used to do quests, you would actually get those holy powders, and then those feeder accounts would transfer that money back up to the legitimate account. The legitimate account would actually get those good cards through doing legitimate events as these cards are leveling up their skills. He or she then recruits those cards that are those accounts that are now pure accounts, gives them okay attacking cards, and basically uses their one legitimate account to rack up a whole bunch of points, and basically lets time take its place to use these cards' effects to at least meet the 1,000 or 5,000 point minimum. So, by them spending that 1,000 points a Holy War, or per event like I was discussing last time, or why would you actually do that, they're not only getting that one SSR, they're getting 30 SSRs for their order. And then those cards transfer all those SSR cards back up to that one account. They sell them off, make 5-10% on all that HP, and thus, next Holy War, they have a huge, copious flow of HP to distribute and to win again and again and again. So, guys, basically, can you compete against that? Let's say that you have a legitimate, pure attack deck, okay? And you're spending HP after HP after HP on an event. And we have people that in our order that spent $200 worth of HP, okay? So, doing the math, you're competing against one person that at a bare minimum may have 7,500 attack points compared to your 800, okay? And so, you simply can't compete against it. There's just no way. For every 1 HP they spend, they have an unlimited supply of attack attribute points at their disposal compared to yours, okay? So, basically in summary, should you, the player, spend money on this game? No, you shouldn't. This is something that I believe Rage of Bahamut staff is aware of, and their feeble attempt to fix it was the trade restrictions that they put on the bazaar and everything else into it. And all it really does, guys, is it just slows it down. HP buying sites, which I don't do, but I've heard of people buying them, and it's pretty widely known, is you can buy HP for 35 cents on the dollar, okay, compared to the $1 that you have to spend buying from the Rage of Bahamut game, okay? So, that's more popular than ever because you can create orders like this, get 30 SSRs, and really never have to buy another dime worth of, HR, or I'm sorry, you never have to buy another dime's worth of HP or Cure Water again. All you have to do is take top 100, top 200 in an event like Holy Wars, which if you have that much HP at your disposal and a clone order like that is very, very easy to do. I'm not going to name off what the program is that people use, but it's pretty easy to figure out. So if you want to know what it is, just do a little bit of research. So, what am I going to do? And what should you continue to do? Continue to play the game just for fun. Don't get upset. Don't get angry. Log on every so many hours. Spend your stamina points. Attack a couple times. Get a couple attack points or battle ranking points. And that's it. Have fun. Enjoy the game. Don't get too caught up in it. Don't invest a lot of time or energy into it. And what am I going to do? If this type of abuse of this game does not change, especially since it's a game where people spend money on it, I will no longer continue to make Rage of Bahamut videos that support this game. I will lock all my old videos, and I will no longer make new videos regarding the Rage of Bahamut game. I'll still have little fun things, I'll maybe talk about a different video game, movie, something like that, jokes or whatever, but I will no longer promote a game that does this to its loyal paying customers. So guys, that being said, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, please subscribe. If you have any questions or concerns, please post it down in the comment section below. Guys, this is Jaybo785 signing off. Have a good night.